You look at this, it's the timing of it. It's spectacular, really, in terms of what Putin's doing, isn't it? We're on the knife edge of negotiations with Iran for the United States of America, and of course sanctions. Europe, they're due to run out in the summer.
Yeah. Well, what you have from Lavrov is saying that this was done in the spirit of goodwill, lifting this ban on the S-300 missile system. They insist that it's about stimulating progress in those very nuclear talks that concluded, at least the preliminary concluded April 2nd in Switzerland. And what Lavrov is insisting is that these missiles will not be pointed at Israel.
The S-300 is exclusively a defensive weapon which cannot serve offensive purposes and will not jeopardize the security of any country, including, of course, Israel.
Now, the U.S., Manis, they actually were pretty measured in their criticism. Mr. Kerry spoke with Mr. Lavrov yesterday. What both sides agree on is that the 2010 UN's weapons ban doesn't and didn't include the ban on the S-300. So no dispute there. Obviously, it's a point of concern. What you're really seeing, and you saw this overnight in Washington, is that Republicans in Congress are seizing on this issue to question both Iran and Russia's intentions in these nuclear negotiations. As you mentioned, there's a lot of criticism about saying this is just about Russia seeking a commercial advantage if and when the sanctions are lifted. There's a great deal of concern there. Ultimately, this is going to be decided when these talks reconvene, if you do have a deal by the end of June on Iran's nuclear framework. Now, as I mentioned, the foreign ministers, Mr. Lavrov and Mr. Steinmeier, they were here in Berlin for talks on Ukraine. Those wrapped up late last night ahead of this G7 summit in Germany that starts later today. Manis?
And Hans, what actually came out of the foreign ministers' meeting in Berlin? Give us a little bit of context on that, because it sort of seems we've got ebbs and flow here.
So it went 5 hours long. It ended late last night. It was held at the villa outside of Berlin. There's a joint statement from all four parties. That's France, Germany, Russia, and the Ukraine, expressing, quote, grave concern about the situation in Ukraine. Fighting has been increasing the last 24 or 48 hours. Now, separately, there are Russian media reports that Ukraine and Russia had agreed to some sort of limit on small caliber weapons in eastern Ukraine. But perhaps the most negative out of all of this was Mr. Walter Steinmeier. He is the German foreign minister. He talked about really the ceasefire being close to being in tatters and said that there's a real danger of an escalation of violence.